From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Johnson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. The shotgun snap for Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. David Long, the rookie from West Virginia, there defensively.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be taken at the 10. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Throwing on 1st down. Harmon. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Throwing after the interception. Harmon. It's Kelsey on the ground. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Good throw there to start the 2nd possession. Maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw 1st possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick 6. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Switch. No.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down. Harmon. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, Harmon. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And caught up!
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Looking to throw on second down. Harmon. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Operating from the gun. Harmon. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
But, you got to get the point. Get on the point right here. Motion, it's free.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Harmon. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun, Harmon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the run. Watch the run. That's stop, baby. That's an egg stop.
They give to Johnson going right. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And some room to maneuver. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st down, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Harmon looking downfield for Kelsey. Looking for Kelsey there. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now running right through it. They find some open field here. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Check 43. Okay. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. He's checking. Crash.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Let's get in there. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down. Harmon buying time to his left. And he's going to be he's swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through, and this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
24 is the mic. Hey, wahoo! 24 is the mic.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 24 is the mic. Here we go. 24 is the mic. 24 is the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's going to walk one deep, and this will be caught at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The point after is good, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On 1st and 10, Harmon. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
Now a handoff off looking right. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Cover. Check 50, check 50. Get him on. West. 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Hey, hold on. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, here we go.
To throw on second down. Harmon. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Joker, 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 joker. Wait. 54 Mike. Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Got two. 80. Single. Hey, you. 24 is the mic. I'm coming after you. 24 is the mic.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Hey, what's the ball? Man left. Out. 3 down. Out. Lady. 24 is the mic.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 21, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Silver.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Second and 2 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Come on.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Harmon. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Time go. Chance.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Back to throw. Harmon. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Darnold from the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Now they try the right side here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 1-yard line.
Come on, set. 50, please run. 54, Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Wahoo. Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's get the ball. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
To throw from his end zone. Harmon. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Ball trot. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To throw from his end zone. Harmon. Open man is Michael Thomas. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now,
bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, When they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Orbit.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. His throw incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Darnold. Complete. It's Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And here we go on 4th. Darnold, that is caught at the 7. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, and now he bowls him over. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Harmon, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go. Set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, Harmon. And he will find his man on the outside. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
I'm here all day. Check, 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 check. Say. Hustle.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Check, 59, 59.
Bring it! Man, 80. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brought down by Taylor Rapp. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go to Johnson again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
At the 36-yard line.
All day, every day. Anytime.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Go. 70 ending.
Mike's 5-4.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
To throw from his end zone. Harmon. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Darnold, and it's complete. Henry, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, You don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go. We got this. We got this.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs.
Now the ball comes loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
On 2nd down, Johnson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bengals 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half.